Hello everyone, and welcome to today's session of Spokane Public Schools Learn at Home series in mathematics. Today's session is for first graders, but everyone's welcome to join along. My name is Sarah Ball, and I teach first grade at Roosevelt Elementary in Spokane Public Schools. Today we'll be doing some more numberless word problems. If you haven't seen the other sessions in this series, you can go into the KSPS website and watch some previous lessons. It's helpful to go back and watch the other lessons so you can continue to build your understanding with us in mathematics. For today, you'll need a piece of paper and something to write with. But if you don't have those, you can just watch and do the math with us in your head. We're going to be solving another numberless word problem about emperor penguins today. So let's learn a couple facts about them. Did you know that they live in Antarctica? Antarctica is one of our 7 continents on our globe. Way down at the southern part of the Earth, you'll find Antarctica, and that's where the emperor penguins live. They're large penguins. They're about 80 pounds and 45 inches tall on average, which is about the size of a kindergartner or first grader. And when the mother lays their egg, most often they leave to go get food, and the father stays with it and cares for it. The father rolls the egg up on top of its feet, and it takes care of it until the mother returns. They're pretty fascinating, and if you get a chance, you could try watching the March of the Penguins to find out more. So let's get started with today's numberless word problem. Think about what you're picturing in your mind as I read it for you today. That will help us with our goal, which says, I will make sense of word problems. If you need to, you can draw a quick math model. Remember, with math models, we don't have to draw fancy penguins. We can use symbols to represent the penguins that we picture in our mind. So the first part says, some emperor penguin eggs hatched. Soon, some more eggs hatched. So I'll wait for just a minute as you picture what you think might be happening. So how many eggs do you think there might be altogether? What are you picturing in your mind? Are there any key words that help you with that? So I heard the word some, which I know means more than one. So I said some emperor penguin eggs hatched. I drew 3. That's more than one. And soon some more eggs hatched. So I drew that math symbol, the plus sign, to show that some more hatched. So I thought maybe 4 more hatched. Let's move on to the next part of the problem and see if we learned some new information. See if you can tell what changed. So then it says, some emperor penguin eggs hatched. Soon, 63 more eggs hatched. This is a large colony of penguins. So what changed? What did we learn from this new information? And how does that change the movie in your mind? I'm wondering, is the total number of penguin eggs going to be more than 63? I think yes, because we had some that hatched. I'm going to stick with 3. And now I know 63 more eggs hatched. So I think if I put those numbers together, my total number of eggs would be more than 63. So I'm still thinking that maybe first only 3 hatched, then 63 more eggs hatched, and then we can find out how many hatched altogether. But that's not all the information. Let's see what else we can get. Some emperor penguins hatched. Soon 63 more eggs hatched. A total of 90 eggs have hatched. Whoa, what changed now? What did you learn from this new information? My thinking had to change quite a bit. So now I know some hatched. I'm going to stick with that 3, but I'm not sure because it still says some, so I'm going to put a little question mark to remind myself. Then I think 63 more hatched and a total of 98. So total means when you put both the parts together, you get that 98. Man, I wonder what else is going to happen. What else do we need for this? I wonder what we have to try to figure out. Let's read the whole problem with all of our information, and I'll give you some time to work to see if you can solve it. Some emperor penguin eggs hatched. Soon, 63 more eggs hatched. A total of 98 eggs have hatched. How many emperor penguin eggs hatched at the start? So if I write that in the equation, I know some, that's that part we never figured out. In the beginning, some hatched. Soon, 63 more eggs hatched, and a total of 98 eggs have hatched. So we have to try to figure out how many emperor penguins hatched at the start. Is this going to be a big number, like 63? Is it going to be bigger than 98 or smaller? And how can we represent that and figure that out? Take a minute to see if you can think about how can we figure out what goes here? Well, I know that there were 63 and I have to get up to that 98, and that might tell me how many there were at the start. So I'm going to draw a model. I don't want to draw 63 circles. I'm going to draw a model using 10s and 1s. So here is my 63. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63. And I need to figure out how many more would I need to get up to that 98. I'm going to count that by 10s to see if I can get there. So 63, another 10 would be 73, another 10 would be 83, another 10 would be 93. Ooh, am I really close to 98? I think I am. I think I don't need any more 10s. So I'm going to go 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Let's see how many more we needed to add. So we started with 63. We went 73, 83, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. How many is this? How many hatched in the beginning? 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So if I fill that information in the front, I have 35 eggs hatched. Soon, 63 more hatched. And in the end, there were 98 total eggs. That's a lot of eggs. So by slowing it down and using one step at a time without numbers, we were able to make sense of this problem. If you would like to extend your learning today with a parent or guardian, you could try making up your own numberless word problem. Or maybe you could ask a parent to make one up for you and then plan it out to see what happens. I've enjoyed doing some math with you today. Thank you for joining with me today as you continue your learning from home. If you want more activities, feel free to go to Spokane Public Schools Learning at Home website, and I look forward to seeing you again for our next lesson on KSPS. Bye, everybody.
Hey, first grade, it's Mrs. Yahara here, ready for some more math moments. Today, we are going to be thinking of 10 as a bundle of 10 ones. And so then we could probably just call it a 10. And also practicing counting flexibly between 10 and 10s and 1s. So I have here a pile of popsicle sticks. I'm going to move my camera down a little bit. You can see I've got a pile of popsicle sticks here, and I've got all sorts of things. And you know, these are the things I just love using these math tools to help me understand some of the things that our learning focuses are. So I'm going to take these popsicle sticks, and I have a rule with these popsicle sticks and rubber bands. We're going to be making a bundle of popsicle sticks, but the rule is you can only have 10 popsicle sticks in a bundle. If there isn't 10, then you don't get to use the rubber band. That's the rule. So I need to come up with 10 popsicle sticks to put into a bundle. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I've got 10. Here's my 10. I'm going to bundle them up. Sometimes it's a trick to bundle up using our rubber bands. We just go around and twist, and now I have 10. So how many are in this bundle? There's 10 popsicle sticks in this bundle. How many bundles do I have in my hand? One bundle. I have one bundle of 10. So I could also say my bundle of 10 is one group of 10. So I'm going to clear these off, just like that. And I want you to look at this bundle. And if I put this bundle here on top of my paper, maybe I'll move this down a little bit so we can see it even more. So I have one bundle of 10. So if I have one bundle of 10, I have 10 popsicle sticks. What if I have two bundles of 10? Now how many popsicle sticks do I have? Did you say 20? So I have 10 and 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. So 10, 20. What if I put another bundle of 10? Now how many popsicle sticks? 10, 20, 30. What if I kept adding? 10, 20, 30, 40. How about another one? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What if I took this bundle away? Now what do I have left? 10, 20, 30, 40. What if I took another bundle away? I'm left with 30, 20, 10, 0. All right. How did you do with that? It's kind of fun, right? What if we did that same thing, but I kind of made it a little trickier? You know, I kind of like to do that sometimes. So what if I put this bundle underneath the green paper? Let's see, maybe I could move some things over. Maybe I can just move this back so we can kind of do it together. So what if I did this? How many popsicle sticks are underneath the green paper? There's 10 popsicle sticks. How many bundles are underneath the green paper? 1. There's one bundle of 10 underneath the green paper. Okay, what about now? I had one bundle under there, and I just added another bundle. So how many popsicle sticks do I have totally? How many in all do I have underneath this green piece of paper? That's right, I have 20. So I have two bundles, 10, 10, so I have 20. All right, what if I added one more bundle in there? I didn't take any out. I just added another bundle. Now how many are under the green paper? 30, 10, 20, 30. Yep. What if, stand by, what if I didn't add a bundle? What if I just added one popsicle stick? Bloop. Now how many are under there? See what I did there? We have 10, 20, 30, plus 1, 31. Okay, wait. Now take a peek. 10, 20, 31. I want to add another bundle. How many are under there? I had 31 and I added another bundle. Let's take another peek. What do you think? Did you say 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41? Did you do it that way? Did you say 10, 20, 30, 31, and you just knew? You did some mental math and you went, bloop, 41? Did you do some rearranging? Did you do this? And then just said 10, 20, 30, 41. So a lot of different strategies that we can use to figure out how many popsicle sticks are there in total. So what if I added one more stick? Let's get these arranged. What if I added one more stick? So how many do we have now? Yeah, 42. Boop. What if I wanted to put another bundle under there? Now how many are underneath there? Let's take a peek. We had 42. We're adding another bundle. How many is in a bundle? 10. You're right. So if we add another group of 10, do we use our fingers? That's a strategy. Sometimes we know if we just add 10, it's going to be this amount. Sometimes we need to move around our tools a little bit to help us do some of that thinking. So can I move my tools around? Do I have to count it like this? Or can I move my tools around so that I can count all my groups first and then my singles, the ones. So I can do my 10s and then my 1s. Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52. What if I went backwards? 52. What if I took one away? 51, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 0. So today we were practicing thinking of 10 as a bundle of 10 ones and calling it a 10, and then having the loose popsicle sticks our ones. So we're working with 10s and 1s, and we were counting forwards and backwards by 10s and 1s flexibly. So sometimes we had to just count by groups of 10, and sometimes we had to add some 1s in there, going forwards and backwards. Well done. See you next time.